everyone else will expect to be available, yes.
Jerome, did he suffer an ankle injury in yesterday's practice, or is that just something that's just lingered?
Look, it's week 17, so everybody's got something. So he did a little bit of practice yesterday. Obviously, it's on the injury report, but I expect him to play.
With obviously difficult year, interesting year. Last practice, what were your thoughts going through that process with the team, and what will your message be to them?
Well, my thoughts were on the tough opponent we have this weekend. So offensively, being efficient offensively, running the football, and trying to move it against what's a very, very good defense. Defensively, obviously, it's a great quarterback. Good backs, good O-line, good receivers, good tight end. So just how we're going to handle those guys, and then obviously the kicking game. This is one of the best special teams units in the league. So that's where my thoughts were. Yeah, and it was the last practice. There was a little bit of, I think we made a lot of improvement from, the voluntary minicamp way back in April to where we are now. The team's very different, but I'm very appreciative of, really everybody in this organization. There's a lot that goes into, us practicing and putting all this in motion. So we can't practice unless the field guys go out there and line the field. We don't eat unless the people in the cafeteria and our chefs make us meals. From nutrition to equipment to the strength staff. So there's a lot of people that put in a lot of hard work to help us and help this team go out here and practice, play, prepare. So I'm appreciative of all those people. Media, security, video. The list goes on and on. I've made a lot of strong relationships over the course of this season, and hope to continue that moving forward.
Do you feel like you've laid the defensive and offensive foundation that you want for the Dolphins during your tenure?
It's so early. That's again, that's something we'll reflect on at the end of the season. Right now, it's it's about the Patriots. It's about going up to a tough environment. And hopefully laying enough foundation to play a good game this weekend. And we'll reflect on the end of the season at the end of the season. But I think every week we try to build and compete and improve, and foundationally how we prepare, our process. It's never perfect, but hopefully we've taken some steps to get better, and hopefully we see some more success down the road as a byproduct of that process. And hopefully this weekend.
For a while, people always sort of look at Bill Belichick and say, like, what's he like behind the scenes? You got to work with him for 15 years. How would you describe him and your relationship with him?
I think he's one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Lisa needs sister.
What's up, V? You all right? Yeah, Bill's one of the greatest coaches, and I was fortunate to work under him. Learned a lot of football. Situationally, tough. Having a tough, smart, disciplined team. He's a great coach. A number of good things to say about him.
No, there's probably a lot of similarities from what they do, what you do, maybe what Mike Vrabel does in Tennessee, because you guys all spent time together. How much do you look at that when you're maybe looking at players or looking at game plan, like what they do and how it compares to what you guys do?
I think any team that's had success, and I think this is if there's a play that works, or a defense that works, or a kicking game, an onside that works, I think that's part of growth as growing as a coach, really in any field. You try to study what those people do well, and if it works for you, or you think you could emulate it, and it'll help you become successful. I think you try to implement that. So as far as, you know, Bill or Braves or Matty P or, you know, Billy O and the guys that have, you know, been in that group, yeah, I think, you know, you take a look at, you know, the things they're doing, but you also take a look at the things that Pete Carroll's doing and Mike Tomlin and, you know, great coaches of the past as well, and how they've done things. So, yes, you know, to answer your question, but it's not just that group. You know, there's a lot of great coaches that have come through. You know, this league, John Harbaugh is another one who's had a lot of success in this league. So, I don't know if that answers your question, but you know, it's not. You know, there's a lot of good coaches that have come through.
I want to ask you about the Zach Seiler and the 4 technique. What is the difference in terms of what he brings as an edge player compared to, I guess, what you guys have had or had to utilize earlier this season?
Zach Seiler.
Zach Seiler, I apologize, yeah. He hasn't been here long enough.
No, I know. You know, I got the same. I think Zach is a 4 technique, it's a 5 technique, it's a 3 technique, it's a shade 2. You know, and he plays a lot of different positions. He's big, he's got length, he's got athleticism, he plays hard. I think, you know, when you get a player like that and you just move him around, you see the different things he can do. But he's very versatile because of his size, his length, his athleticism. So it's different because he's different. How you play him is different because, you know, he's a different style player than Vince Beagle or Taco or you know, Jamal Davis. So each player is a little bit different, you know, because he's got some size. You can play him inside, you can play him at 4-eye, you can play him at the edge if you really, you know, if the game plan needed that. And maybe he plays out there this weekend. So we'll see.